Top 25 Door Supervisor Interview Questions and Answers. Preparing for a Door Supervisor interview means showing confidence, awareness, discipline, and strong customer service skills. Employers want someone who can protect people, manage conflict, follow licensing rules, and represent the venue professionally. These interview questions and answers will help you understand what hiring managers usually look for in a Door Supervisor role. Each answer is written in a clear, practical style so you can speak naturally in an interview while still sounding trained, calm, and responsible under pressure in real workplace situations, especially busy nights and challenging customer environments. 1. Tell us about yourself and your experience as a Door Supervisor. I am a responsible, calm, and observant person with a strong interest in safety and customer service. I understand that a Door Supervisor is not only there to stop problems, but also to create a safe and welcoming environment. My experience has helped me handle difficult people, follow procedures, communicate clearly, and remain professional during busy or stressful situations at venues while protecting staff, customers, and property at all times. 2. Why do you want to work as a Door Supervisor? I want to work as a Door Supervisor because I enjoy roles that require responsibility, confidence, and interaction with people. This job allows me to help maintain safety while also giving customers a positive first impression of the venue. I like the challenge of staying alert, solving problems before they grow, and using communication skills to keep situations controlled and professional, and calmly representing the business in every customer contact. 3. What are the main duties of a Door Supervisor? The main duties of a Door Supervisor include controlling entry, checking identification, monitoring customer behavior, preventing disorder, and protecting staff, customers, and property. A good Door Supervisor also provides customer service, manages queues, follows venue policies, and responds to incidents quickly. The role requires awareness, patience, teamwork, and the ability to make safe decisions under pressure without using unnecessary force while ensuring legal compliance, public safety, and smooth venue operations. 4. How would you handle an aggressive customer at the door? I would stay calm, keep a safe distance, and use clear communication to de-escalate the situation. I would listen to the customer without arguing, explain the venue policy, and avoid matching their aggression. If they continue to act threateningly, I would call for support, follow company procedures, record the incident, and only use reasonable force, if absolutely necessary, while keeping other customers, staff, and the venue secure at all times. 5. How do you check identification correctly? I check identification by looking carefully at the photo, date of birth, expiry date, and any signs of damage or tampering. I compare the person's face with the picture and ask simple questions if I am unsure. If the ID appears fake, borrowed, or invalid, I would refuse entry politely, inform my supervisor, and follow the venue's challenge policy, because protecting the venue starts with making correct entry decisions consistently. 6. What would you do if someone refused to leave the venue? If someone refused to leave, I would first speak calmly and explain why they must exit. I would avoid confrontation and give clear instructions. If they still refused, I would request support from other staff and follow removal procedures. I would consider the safety of everyone nearby, use reasonable force only when necessary, and complete an incident report afterward so the situation is handled legally, safely, and professionally from start. 7. How do you deal with intoxicated customers? I deal with intoxicated customers by staying patient, respectful, and alert. I would assess their behavior, speech, balance, and ability to understand instructions. If they were too drunk, aggressive, or unsafe, I would refuse entry or ask them to leave calmly. I would also make sure they were not left in danger and would seek medical help if needed, because duty of care remains important even after refusing service properly. 8. How would you handle a fight inside the venue? If a fight started inside the venue, I would call for backup immediately and assess the risk before intervening. My priority would be to protect customers, separate those involved if safe, and prevent the situation from spreading. I would follow venue procedures, avoid unnecessary force, help injured people, preserve evidence if needed, and write a clear incident report so management has accurate information for any later investigation without creating panic. 9. What does customer service mean to a Door Supervisor? Customer service means treating people with respect while still enforcing rules. A door supervisor is often the first person customers see, so attitude matters. I would greet people professionally, answer questions, manage queues fairly, and explain decisions clearly. Good customer service helps prevent conflict because people are more likely to cooperate when they feel respected and treated fairly, even when the answer is no, or entry is refused or challenged. 10. How do you stay calm under pressure? I stay calm under pressure by controlling my breathing, focusing on the facts, and following training instead of reacting emotionally. I remind myself that my role is to reduce risk, not escalate it. I listen carefully, speak clearly, and ask for support when needed. Staying calm helps me make better decisions and gives confidence to customers and staff during emergencies, crowded periods, and confrontational situations at work and busy nights. 11. What would you do if you suspected drug use or dealing? If I suspected drug use or dealing, I would remain observant and avoid making accusations without evidence. I would inform the supervisor or manager, monitor the person discreetly, and follow the venue's policy. If drugs were found, I would secure the area, involve police when required, record details accurately, and protect the safety of customers and staff while respecting legal requirements and protecting possible evidence properly throughout the full process. 12. How do you work with other security staff? I work with other security staff by communicating clearly, respecting instructions, and supporting the team during incidents. I understand that door supervisors must act together, not separately, because teamwork prevents confusion. I would share important information about risks, customers, queues, and incidents. I would also listen to radio updates, follow the chain of command, and help colleagues when needed, especially during crowded, loud, high-pressure nights at the venue front entrance. 13. What would you do during an emergency evacuation? During an emergency evacuation, I would stay calm, follow the venue's emergency plan, and help direct customers towards safe exits. I would not allow panic or crowding to block escape routes. I would communicate with colleagues, assist vulnerable people where possible, and report hazards. After evacuation, I would help keep people away from danger until emergency services arrived and make sure nobody re-entered until the venue was declared safe again. 14. How do you manage a long queue outside the venue? I manage a long queue by staying visible, organized, and professional. I would keep people informed, maintain order, and make sure the entrance remains clear. I would watch for pushing, arguments, intoxication, or fake IDs before customers reach the door. Fair queue control helps reduce frustration, protects the venue's reputation, and prevents problems from developing outside before they affect customers, staff, traffic, or nearby businesses outside the entrance during trading. 15. What would you do if a customer complained about you? If a customer complained about me, I would remain calm and professional. I would listen without interrupting, avoid becoming defensive, and explain my decision clearly if appropriate. If the complaint needed management attention, I would involve a supervisor and provide an honest account. I would also reflect on the situation afterward to see whether I could improve my communication rather than taking the complaint personally or reacting emotionally at work. 16. How do you handle discrimination or harassment at a venue? I would handle discrimination or harassment seriously and professionally. Everyone should feel safe and respected inside the venue. I would listen to the victim, observe the behavior, inform management, and take action according to policy. This could include warning, removing, or refusing entry to the offender. I would record the incident accurately and support anyone affected by it because ignoring harmful behavior can quickly damage safety and customer trust inside. 17. What would you do if you found a weapon? If I found a weapon, I would not handle it unnecessarily unless immediate safety required it. I would secure the area, alert management, and contact police according to procedure. I would keep customers away, preserve evidence, and record where and how it was found. Safety would be my priority, and I would follow the venue's instructions carefully. I would never joke about it or allow others to touch it either. 18. How do you write an incident report? I write an incident report by recording clear facts, not opinions. I include the date, time, location, people involved, what happened, action taken, witnesses, injuries, and any police or medical involvement. The report should be accurate, objective, and completed as soon as possible after the incident. Good reports protect the venue, staff, customers, and the door supervisor because written evidence may be needed later by management or authorities for review. 19. What are your strengths as a door supervisor? My strengths as a door supervisor are calm communication, observation, reliability, and professionalism. I can speak to people respectfully while still being firm when rules must be enforced. I notice changes in behavior and try to prevent problems early. I also understand the importance of teamwork, punctuality, good judgment, and keeping detailed records after incidents so I can make safe decisions even when the venue becomes busy, loud, and stressful. 20. What is your biggest weakness? My biggest weakness is that I sometimes focus too much on making sure every detail is correct. In security work, accuracy is important, but I have learned to balance detail with quick decision-making. I am improving by trusting my training, asking for support when needed, and staying focused on the main priority, which is safety for everyone, without losing control, delaying action, or ignoring important details during difficult live incidents. 21. How would you refuse entry politely? I would refuse entry politely by staying calm, respectful, and clear. I would explain the reason, such as intoxication, invalid ID, dress code, or venue policy, without embarrassing the person. I would avoid arguments and repeat the decision firmly, if needed. If the person became aggressive, I would call for support and follow refusal procedures while making sure the refusal is witnessed and properly recorded afterward for venue records too. 22. What would you do if a friend asked you for special treatment? If a friend asked for special treatment, I would explain that I must follow the same rules for everyone. Personal relationships cannot affect safety, licensing, or venue policy. If my friend did not meet entry requirements, I would refuse entry politely. Treating people equally protects my professionalism, the venue's reputation, and the safety of all customers, because favoritism can create conflict and place other people at risk inside the venue. 23. How do you use communication equipment correctly? I use communication equipment correctly by keeping messages short, clear, and professional. I would check the radio before duty, use the correct channel, and avoid unnecessary talking. During incidents, I would give important details such as location, description, risk level, and support needed. Good communication helps the team respond quickly and prevents misunderstandings during busy periods, especially when quick coordination is needed between door staff, floor staff, and management teams. 24. How would you handle a medical emergency? If a medical emergency happened, I would stay calm, call for first aid support, and alert management immediately. I would keep the area clear, protect the person's privacy, and avoid moving them unless they were in danger. If necessary, I would contact emergency services and provide accurate information. I would also record the incident after the situation was controlled while continuing to manage customers and keep access clear and safe. 25. Why should we hire you as a door supervisor? You should hire me because I am reliable, professional, and able to stay calm in difficult situations. I understand that this role requires more than physical presence. It needs communication, awareness, patience, and good judgment. I can protect customers and staff while also representing the venue positively. I am willing to learn, follow procedures, and support the team while helping create a safe, respectful, and well-managed customer environment every night. A door supervisor interview is your chance to prove that you can protect people while staying professional, fair, and calm. Strong answers should show that you understand safety, customer service, teamwork, legal responsibility, and conflict management. Do not try to sound aggressive or overconfident. Employers usually prefer someone who can prevent problems before they become serious. Practice these questions, speak clearly, and use real examples from your experience whenever possible. With preparation, you can show that you are ready for the role and capable of representing the venue with confidence.